It's Robin, RsIslandCrafts, and this is Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, May 15th, 2018. I want to remind all my YouTube subscribers that today, the 15th, Tuesday, is the last day to enter my 5K subscriber giveaway on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link to the specific video you need to comment on up here in the iCard. It's been fun hearing about all the different crafts and hobbies that everyone has besides your basic knitting and sewing. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend and that everyone had a really enjoyable Mother's Day. My kids all work in the restaurant industry and Mother's Day is a really big deal, so they're always working. So we tend to celebrate our holidays on days other than the actual holiday. All three of my kids are really good about remembering, things like my birthday and Mother's Day, so I did talk to all of them yesterday. I saw them all last week, and of course I'll see them again this week coming, so it was fine. We did get all the rain I was hoping for. It wasn't like a downpour, but it was one of those nice days where the ground, since it's so dry, it had a chance to soak up all the rain. It rained from probably around lunchtime all the way through until the night. It was really a nice day, nice and relaxing. I kind of just puttered around the craft room yesterday, taking care of some odds and ends, cleaning things up, tidying things, doing some computer work and some paperwork. You guys are always surprised when I say this, but this week I really didn't work on that much. Before I show you what I worked on, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have rearranged my quilt wall behind me. This is the location, the air conditioner is like right above near this room, and anytime there's any type of a problem with the air conditioner, this is the room it always tends to, the water will come down the walls or something. Now it's only happened once or twice, and I fixed that problem, and I maintain it properly now so that it doesn't occur again. But you really always worry about any type of water damage happening again, and I don't want to have my quilts directly on the wall. In addition to that, I like rearranging furniture and moving the quilts around and redecorating. We have a small house, so there's only so much space, so being able to move quilts around on the wall, I like to do it. It changes up the look of the room. So now I have them on two curtain rods up here behind me. I kind of offset them a little bit so that if I needed to, I can hang some long ones on the side. I also put one over here on a wall that you can't see. Now occasionally I will film that way, so as I change out the quilts you'll be able to see them. I'm not unhappy with the look, but I'm not all that pleased yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to leave it here now for a while, a month or two or so, and see how I like it, move the quilts around for the seasons and how my mood changes, and see if the location's going to work for me. When you buy things, I bought them, these bars are from IKEA online, and when you buy things online and you see the numbers and you think about it, even when you buy them at the store, it's hard for me to picture how it's going to work on my walls. And I knew they were probably going to be a little bit short and that they don't telescope out. They're a set window rod that doesn't change. But I don't know, I kind of had it pictured differently. But this will work for now, and I'll see how it goes, and if I don't like it, I'll just change it. Alright, let's see what I worked on this week. Now this is more hobby than craft related, but my sewing machine is over to the right, and right behind us is where I was sitting to do my video. And this was the top of a desk where they have all the little spaces that you can put all your stuff. I keep my different craft supplies down here within easy reach of my cutting table, but I used this top, instead of it being a dust collector, I did have a whole bunch of junk here, so I cleared all that out this weekend, and I have my little gnome village up here. Of course my alligator crocodile guy here, he's a bit big, but I really like him. This guy's got a flat nose, so he's the alligator. Now these guys, they're a little bit more pointed, so they can be considered crocodiles. But then I've been collecting little gnome things. And I just thought that this would be a nice little place for me to display them. Most people put them outside in a garden, but I don't see outside all the time. But I can see in here every day when I'm crafting. So that's one of the things I worked on. This little wall hanging is May's UFO. So I know we're already halfway through May, but this is my plans to work on that this month. It's really only going to take a day or two to actually get it done, so I'm sure I'll wait to the very last minute to get it finished before the end of May. Now, since there was a lot of little bits of time this week, I did manage to make 3 of my dishcloths. Usually when I get 3 done one week, I tend to get none done the next week, so it kind of all balances itself out. As you can see, I still need to weave in the ends on these. I try to get them done ahead of time now, but yeah, I was slacking this week. So the orange ones, 2 per color, they're done. So now I'm working on the purple, and I have about just a smidge started on the next purple. If you follow me on my actual YouTube channel, you'll see that this week we worked on a grime guard. I did a little sew with me video. I used some Wonder Woman fat quarter that I picked up at Walmart. The main thing I was working on is I started the hat. This is going to be a stocking cap. It's kind of like a Christmas Santa Claus elf hat where you wear, you know, it's on your head, of course, and it's really, really long, and it goes about halfway down your back, and it comes down to a narrow point. This is going to be alternating between the burgundy and the navy, and this will be going with the owl mitts. And to finish off the ensemble, I am also knitting a scarf. This is the broken rib pattern. I really like this type of a scarf because you could stretch it out to cover around if you wanted to put it around your face and stretch it out a little bit, but it also stays nice and compact and scrunchy, and it gives you a nice amount of warmth, and they're generally really soft and squishy. So once again, this will be alternating. I'm doing about 5 inches, which for me ends up to be about 35 rows, and I'm alternating between the navy and the burgundy. This will be, it's for a little bit of a little shorter person, so this is probably going to be about 5.5 feet long. And that's it. I did sew probably about 10 or 15 buttons down to my project. I'll show you that next week when I work on it a little more this week. And other than that, I really didn't work on too many crafty projects. That was enough, a little bit here, a little bit there. Keeps you sane throughout the week. We did get a new postcard this week. This one is from California. Land of a wide variety of desert environment. I guess there's a little bit of everything in California. I never really think too much about them being too deserty and mountainy, and I really never knew that there was kangaroos in California. So this will be going up on the wall. I also received very generous donations for the Rare Bears. This was meant as a pillowcase kit, but they suggested I go ahead and use these for the boy Rare Bears. This will work out really well. There's a few pieces that I can put onto even the skinny black fabric, and the red and the baseballs will be large enough to get a few bears out of that. There was also some of this fabric in it. The, were they wingback shoes or something? I'm not sure what the guys wear. Some 4th of July balloons, red, white, and blue. Some birthday balloons. This will be really cute. I'm sure a little kid will love that. And look, thing 1 and thing 2 is always popular with the kids. And some basic glue to go with everything. What I fell in love with was the Peanuts kit. This was a scrap bag of the month from Keepsake Quilting. Look at this Charlie Brown fabric. Isn't it adorable? The peanut characters on grass. Here's some Snoopy and Woodstock. And then there's just some fun coordinating fabrics. I was really surprised to see this one in here. I guess with scrap and everything, the flowers grow in the grass, but I didn't quite think that this one, it goes great color-wise, but I was surprised to see that in a peanut kit. Definitely yellows and blues. And then this fun orange. And what I was really surprised is this is a cotton and steel fabric. I've never worked with a cotton and steel fabric, but I've heard that they're really nice. The colors are wonderful. When it comes right down to it, I guess it's basically the quality of the fabric you dye on, or most importantly the dye itself, but it just feels like normal everyday fabric to me. I'm not really sure why it's so special. But I have a little spring 2014 cotton and steel to play with. Pretty sure when I make the Rare Bears that the kids are not going to care one way or another where the fabric comes from, as long as it's fun and colorful, and these fabrics are definitely colorful. I also received another generous donation from across the pond. Lots of fun boy fabrics. We have the space and outer space, all the different planets. This will work well for boys of any age. I always think that there's there's a more chance of them having a lot of younger boy fabrics, so it's really nice to see some for some of the older kids, because even the teenagers unfortunately have the rare diseases, and everyone needs a teddy bear no matter what your age, right? I had the fun pirate fabric. This would also make a really fun pillowcase for the kids. I've seen a lot of the organizations, they do those pillowcases for the kids at the hospitals. Here's some younger children fabric for the jungle, and some coordinating blue. What I thought was amazing is the person that sent me this all the way from across the pond, I believe I said, their local fabric store donated a ½ meter of this lizard fabric. I thought that was so sweet and generous and kind of them to send something like that over here to America for me to make rare bears. Now these rare bears, they do go all across the world, so it is possible that this bear could end up back over in England. After I picked these packages up from the post office on Saturday, because I go every Saturday afternoon. And when I got this home, I didn't actually open it. I opened it Saturday, but I didn't actually look at all the fabrics until Sunday morning. And I really wanted to wait until today to show them off to you before I did anything. But I was really itching to start cutting out some rare bears yesterday. This is going to make some really fun bears, and I really appreciate everyone who takes the time and the money to send me some fabric to help this worthy cause. My crafting for this week coming up is going to be plain and simple. I'm going to start cutting out some rare bears and hopefully get at least one sewn up. And I will mostly be spending my time working on the customer's order for the scarf and the hat. The hat's probably going to be about 3 foot, just guessing, in length. So that's going to take a while to do that. And a 5.5 foot scarf doing all knit 2, purl 2 ribbing, it takes a long time. So that's going to take up most of my week. I am going to go out today. I have to pop back up to Lowe's. When I was out shopping on Saturday, I picked up a blueberry bush and a blackberry bush, and I didn't even think about getting stakes to help them grow. Eventually we're going to put up some lattice work, but since they're only just a couple feet tall right now, I want to at least get some stakes to help them grow from. They're saying our area is going to get a lot of rain throughout this week. It's usually hit and miss. A lot of times, if we're located right here, the rain tends to split and go around us for some reason, and a lot of times we stay nice and dry. But I would like to get them in the ground before they dry out too much and before we get too much rain. It's easier to dig in the Florida dirt if it's a little moist from the rain than it is on a dry, crunchy day. Well, that's it for me. I hope everyone has an amazing week, and we will see you next week. Bye!